So, you're thinking about becoming a data scientist. That is a smart move. It's one of the most transformative careers out there right now. And today, we're going to build the model for your success. We're giving you the complete roadmap from square one all the way to landing the job. Let's get into it.
And you know what? That's not just hype. This isn't some passing trend. It is a fundamental shift in how the world operates. We're talking about millions of job openings all over the globe, and that demand is just picking up speed. This is a massive opportunity to get in on the ground floor of a true data revolution.
That's the big question, isn't it? From the outside, it can seem like a huge mountain to climb. But here's the thing. There's a clear and totally achievable path. And that's exactly what this explainer's for, to give you the map you need to navigate this exciting field. Okay, first things first. Let's talk about the tools of the trade. To really succeed, you've got to assemble a powerful toolkit of skills. Think of it like you're packing your gear for a major expedition into this vast, unexplored territory of data.
Now, that toolkit has two essential sides to it. On one side, you've got your technical skills, the hard stuff, right? The code, the math. That's the what of the job. But just as important are the human skills. That's the how. Because, it's not enough to find an answer in the numbers. You have to be able to explain why it matters.
Let's break down that technical side a bit. At its core, you have programming languages like Python and R. The whole foundation for everything is a rock-solid understanding of statistics and math. From there, you'll need SQL to actually talk to databases, machine learning to build those cool predictive models, and even more advanced tools for stuff like deep learning and natural language processing, which is basically teaching computers to understand how we talk. This whole checklist, this is the engine of data science.
But an engine is pretty useless without a skilled driver, right? These so-called power skills are what truly separate a good data scientist from a great one. Communication and storytelling. That's how you turn a super complex analysis into a compelling story that leaders can actually act on. And business acumen? Well, that's about knowing which problems are actually worth solving for the business in the first place.
Okay, so you know what needs to be in your toolkit. Now, how do you actually build it and get started on this journey? Let's move on to the roadmap and see how this all comes together into a clear, manageable plan.
And here it is, your 6-step path. It all starts with the fundamentals. Step 1 is wrangling and visualization. That's just learning to clean up messy data and make it look good. Next, you build up your analytical core with stats and machine learning. Then comes the practical side, mastering code and databases to handle all that information. Once you've got that down, you scale up and learn to tackle big data. But theory isn't enough, which is why Step 5 is so crucial. You have to gain real experience through projects and networking. Finally, you put it all together and apply for jobs and engage with the community. See? Each step just builds right on top of the one before it.
So after all that hard work, where does this road actually lead? Well, the term data scientist is kind of this big umbrella for a whole bunch of fascinating and different roles. Let's take a look at some of the most common careers that could be waiting for you at the end of this journey.
First up, the business intelligence analyst. Think of them as the interpreters of the present. They dive into all the company's data to figure out what's happening right now and paint a really clear picture of where the business stands in the market today.
A data mining engineer? Well, they go a level deeper. These are the builders. They don't just analyze the data, they design and create the sophisticated algorithms that dig through mountains of information to find those valuable, hidden patterns.
Then you've got the data architect, and this role is absolutely foundational. Before anyone can analyze a single byte of data, it has to be stored, organized, and protected. The architect is the one who designs that whole system. They literally create the blueprint for the company's entire data universe. And that brings us to the core data scientist role. Their real superpower is bridging that gap between a business problem and a technical solution. They're the ones who can take a real-world challenge, turn it into a project for analytics, and then show what it all means for the company's bottom line. And finally, we've got the senior data scientist. These are the strategists, the visionaries. They aren't just solving today's problems, they're looking around the corner, predicting what the company will need in the future, and using some seriously deep analysis to tackle the most complex challenges an organization can face.
So, we've covered the toolkit, the roadmap, and the destinations. What does this all mean for you, right here, right now? It means the opportunity is real, it's massive, and it's time to think about your next move.
This is the fundamental truth that's driving this entire field. In today's economy, just going with your gut feeling, it's a recipe for failure. Companies that want to win must make data-driven decisions, and to do that, they need data scientists.
Your skills aren't just a nice to have. They are an absolute necessity.
And who's hiring? Practically everyone. It's not just the big tech giants like Apple and Microsoft. You see major insurance companies like State Farm, consulting powerhouses like Booz Allen Hamilton, and retail titans like Walmart, all building out huge data science teams. These are household names, and these jobs are very, very real.
So, we've laid it all out for you. The skills you need, the steps to take, and the incredible careers that are waiting. You have the roadmap. The only question left is, what story are you going to tell with data?